Imagine owning land where the government doesn't just step back, it's barely in the picture. We're conditioned to believe that owning land comes with an endless list of permissions. Permits for building, inspections for living, and taxes that feel like rent paid to a ghost. But scattered across this country are pockets of land that defy that entire paradigm. These are counties where the concept of a building department is folklore, where property tax bills are a pleasant surprise, and where your ambition is the only limit to what you can create. This isn't a fantasy, it's a geographic reality for those who know where to look. Today, we're going deep on 5 of these exceptional places. We'll explore the practical realities, the stunning landscapes, and the trade-offs of choosing a life of maximum autonomy. This is a guide for the dreamers, the doers, and anyone who feels the weight of bureaucratic friction in their daily life. Before we pinpoint these locations on the map, it's crucial to dismantle the myth and understand the mechanics. What does living without oversight actually entail? In the vast majority of America, improving your property is a dance with the government. You must follow intricate building codes designed for safety but often ballooning into absurdity. You navigate zoning maps that tell you what your land can be, segregating life into little boxes. And you pay for the privilege through property taxes that fund the very system managing you. It creates a feeling of perpetual leasing, never true owning. The counties on our list reject this model in 3 profound ways. First, the absence of enforced building codes. This doesn't mean building unsafe structures, but it means the choice of materials, methods, and design is yours. You answer to your own standards of safety and craftsmanship. Second, the lack of zoning regulations. Your acreage isn't predestined. It can be a home, a forge, an art studio, and a pumpkin patch all at once. The separation of residential and commercial dissolves on your property line. And third, and crucially, minimal to negligible property taxes. These aren't just low rates, in some cases they're symbolic, allowing you to truly invest in your land instead of just paying for the right to hold it. This is the frontier not of place, but of principle. When these 3 freedoms converge, you get more than cheap land. You get sovereign ground, a platform for a life built by your own hands, governed by your own ethics, and limited only by your own resolve. With that framework in mind, let's embark on a tour of possibility, starting in a place that defines emptiness. Our first stop is the legend of Texas minimalism, Loving County. To call it remote is an understatement. It's an experiment in scale and silence. With a full-time population that can be counted on 2 hands, it holds the title of the least populous county in the entire United States. The landscape is hypnotic in its simplicity, an immense flatness under an even more immense sky. The social and bureaucratic structure mirrors this starkness. For private residential construction, there is no county building department. The permit process isn't simplified, it is non-existent. The implication is absolute. You decide to build a traditional frame house? Begin. You're inspired by alternative architecture using earth bags or straw bales? The land awaits. There is no official waiting to approve your plans because there is no office to submit them to. This extends to zoning. The land is not categorized, so its use is limited only by your vision and environmental practicality. Financially, the model is equally radical. Property taxes are among the very lowest in the nation. The local government is largely funded by mineral rights and oil royalties, meaning the tax burden on individual landowners is almost incidental. Your annual property tax statement might be less than a nice dinner out. This radical freedom demands a specific temperament. Your nearest neighbor might be over the horizon. A gallon of milk requires a significant drive. Emergency services are far away, making self-reliance a prerequisite, not an ideal. Loving County isn't a place you move to for amenities. You move there for the utter absence of external demands. It is autonomy distilled to its essence. Next, we trade the endless plains for dramatic elevation and discover that freedom can be breathtakingly beautiful. Welcome to Greenlee County, Arizona. This isn't the Arizona of postcards. Forget the saguaro-dotted deserts. This is the state's mountainous eastern edge, where the terrain erupts into cliffs, pine forests, and deep river canyons. Here, nestled in these rugged highlands, exists a policy of remarkable hands-off governance. Greenlee County has no enforced residential building codes. This is a critical distinction. The laws might exist on paper, but the county lacks the apparatus, the inspectors, the enforcement officers, to compel compliance on private homes.
The result is a builder's sanctuary. You can construct a classic log cabin using time-honored techniques, or you can engineer a cutting-edge, passive solar modern home. No one will arrive unannounced to check your header spans or electrical conduit. The responsibility for creating a sound, safe structure rests entirely and proudly on your shoulders. This liberty is set against a backdrop of stunning natural beauty. The vistas here are not mere scenery, they are a foundational part of the experience. Property taxes remain a fraction of what you'd find in metropolitan Arizona, preserving the financial accessibility of this lifestyle. Small, historic towns like Clifton and Morenci provide anchor points of community, supplies, and history. But step beyond their boundaries, and you enter the true domain of this freedom. There are no homeowners associations dictating aesthetics. The only covenant is between you and the land. Greenlee County proves that liberty and profound natural beauty are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they often inhabit the same remote valleys. Now, let's shift to a vision of freedom that feels less like a frontier outpost and more like a sustainable, peaceful homeland. Discover Lawrence County, Missouri. This is autonomy with a gentle green face. Imagine rolling hills patchworked with farms, dense deciduous forests, and quiet winding backroads. The communities here are small, close-knit, and rooted in a culture of neighborly respect and self-sufficiency. The legal landscape is perfectly suited to this ethos. Lawrence County has no county-wide zoning ordinances and no building codes for unincorporated areas. Your property is not a box on a zoning chart labeled agricultural rural. It is simply your land. This means you can seamlessly blend living, working, and growing. You can build your family home and right beside it erect a large workshop for your business or a barn for your livestock. There is no separate permit, no special hearing to plead your case. Property taxes are consistently and authentically low, making the dream of owning substantial acreage a realistic middle-class goal. Life here operates on a powerful, unwritten code. You handle your affairs, and you respect your neighbor's right to do the same. It's freedom through mutual non-interference. This isn't a survivalist fantasy. It's a practical, thriving model for a decentralized life. You can have a robust social network in town and complete privacy on your homestead. Lawrence County demonstrates that personal liberty can be the bedrock of a stable, productive, and deeply satisfying community. It's freedom, civilized. Our journey now takes us to a domain of immense silence and stark beauty, where the government's footprint is virtually invisible. This is Harding County, New Mexico. To understand Harding County, you must first understand scale. It is one of the least populated counties in a state known for empty spaces. This is high desert country, vast grasslands stretching to distant mesas under a dome of sky that seems to amplify quiet. The administrative reality here is a perfect mirror of the physical space. Harding County does not have a building department. It's not understaffed or slow. The department does not exist as a functional entity. There is no permitting desk, no inspector's truck, no checklist of code compliance. The process is binary. You own land and you build. Whether it's a humble hunting cabin or a substantial off-grid residence, the county has no mechanism to approve or deny it. The onus of creating a viable structure is yours alone. Property taxes are famously minimal, often described with disbelief by newcomers. The local economy and government functions on a different, leaner scale. This fosters a culture of profound and capable self-reliance. Residents are their own first responders, their own problem solvers. The landscape demands respect. Summers are hot, winters can be bitter, and the nearest major service center is a meaningful journey away. Choosing Harding County means choosing a partnership with isolation. The rewards are unparalleled peace, breathtaking night skies, and the deep satisfaction of true self-sufficiency. It's a contract of non-interference, offering space in return for personal capability. Finally, we venture to a place where the spirit of the Old West isn't just remembered, it's the operational standard.
Let's explore Esmeralda County, Nevada. If you're seeking the outer limit of construction freedom in the contiguous United States, this is a prime candidate. As Nevada's least populous county, it feels like a land that time's bureaucracy forgot. The regulatory environment here can only be described as minimalist. Esmeralda County has no building code enforcement and no zoning office. The idea of a county official questioning your building methods or the purpose of your structure is almost nonsensical here. Your creative and practical autonomy is near total. Dream of a rammed earth home, a complex of interconnected yurts, a traditional stick-frame house built from a kit? The county's position is one of studied indifference. This freedom is a hallmark of Nevada's broader philosophy, and property taxes remain consistently low, reinforcing the state's reputation as a haven for individual sovereignty. Ghost towns like Goldfield whisper of a busier past, but the present is defined by profound quiet. The desert here is alive but spare, a place of subtle colors and extreme clarity. The stargazing is world-class, unimpeded by light pollution. This freedom, however, is not for the faint of heart. It is a conditional liberty. Esmeralda County provides the canvas, the cheap, largely unregulated land, but you must provide everything else: water, power, waste management, and the grit to see projects through in a harsh environment. It doesn't just allow self-reliance, it requires it at a fundamental level. This is the frontier, not as a memory, but as a continuing opportunity. These 5 counties are more than just locations. They are a testament to a persistent alternative. They are not anarchic. They operate on a powerful, often unspoken social contract that prioritizes personal responsibility over preemptive regulation. From the immense flatness of Loving County to the mountain grandeur of Greenlee, from the fertile hills of Lawrence to the silent plains of Harding and on to the demanding desert of Esmeralda, a common thread connects them. They offer room, physical, legal, and psychological, to define success on your own terms. The trade-offs are significant and must be weighed honestly. You will not have ultra-fast fiber internet. Delivery drivers will not find your door. Cultural amenities are what you create yourself. You will be your own mechanic, your own planner, your own safety net. But in return, they offer something that has become extraordinarily rare in the modern world: authentic agency. The chance to build capital, both financial and personal, without a significant portion being siphoned off or dictated by distant authorities. It is the opportunity to transform ownership from a legal concept into a tangible daily experience. This path isn't for everyone, but for the right person, it is the ultimate form of wealth: control over your environment and your time. If this exploration of radical autonomy has sparked a sense of possibility within you, please support this channel by liking this video.
It directly helps winds of thought uncover and share more pathways to independent living. Who knows? The blueprint for your future may not be in a city planner's office, but waiting in the quiet solitude of one of these truly free American counties.